Hey y'all, I came on. Let me move this out the way. This is astrology. I actually took it and got it cut down. This is my first time cutting down astrology. I've cut down other books before, but that's my first time cutting down astrology. And it's a half year. I cut it down so that I can fit it into one of my TNs for travel. I'm almost complete with my other journal book that I use in my TN, and I said once I finished that I was going to go with astrology so that I can keep more in there, as well as um uh it's dusty, as well as um be able to use it for a longer time, and it's thinner paper, so I got that cut down for it. This is the Waterman. I came on to do inks today, by the way. This is the Waterman Inspired Blue. Yes, Inspired Blue. And it's a turquoise color, and that's supposed to be the color on the box. I don't have any turquoise inks, and I wanted something. I'm When I was swiping my collection, I noticed that, or looking through it, I only have some type of dark reds, browns, blues, and a couple of blacks, and purples. Um, Not necessarily any purples that I want, just purples that happen to come with a kit or something like that. I think it's only one purple that I've actually ordered, and I wanted to see how it looked, and I actually like it. So dusty purple. So I got that one, and then I have came in yesterday, last night sometime. I did not go to the mailbox. I have these, which I have a set that's very similar to these. These are some highlighters. Um, the set that's similar to these is called Alistair, and now that I look at them, they are pretty much like duplicates of each other. And then I got these two pens. They came together as a set. They are fountain pens. I said I wasn't going to buy any more fountain pens, but they were very cheap and they had very good reviews. And I actually saw them on not Amazon, YouTube, for a very good review as well. So I went on in and got them. It was two though for $14.99. One of them come with the silver hardware. The other one come with black hardware. And then they have a matte finish. It's kind of like a oh my gosh, bark. I can't remember the word for it, but you have all of these lines going through it like tree bark or whatever, lumber. These are fine nibs. I have a couple of extra fine, but not really, because I feel like they're going to be too scratchy. Oh, and this one looks like it's been used. It has. I don't know if y'all can see that. It has black ink on it. Let's see. Wow. And it's actually filled with black ink. Oh, you know what? Was it supposed to come filled? And if it's filled, then maybe it leaked. Let me see if this one has one. I think it only came with one converter though. Let's see. Okay, and a clean converter here. So I'm gonna have to go back and read. I don't know if that meant that someone returned it and or if it actually came with one filled cartridge of black ink. I don't know. It actually looks pretty new, so maybe it came with it. I'll have to look and see. And hopefully, because it came with it, it's not dried out. Oh, Lordy. And it is not. Okay. No bleed through. Scratchier than normal, but um, doesn't feel bad. Scratchier than any of my other ones, even my preppies that are extra fine. Those are the ones that I have extra fine, and I have one set of the Jinhao. Well, not a set. Some of the Jinhao Shark pens that are extra fine as well. And if I'm correct, these are both Jinhaos as well. I know that some people like their fountain pens to have a little bit of tooth to them. They don't like the real smooth ones. I personally like the smooth ones. I have a very light touch to the hand when I'm writing, so um, I I don't have a problem with the smoothness of the nib. Some people don't like that. They say they don't have control with it, but I haven't found that to be for me. So wow, that was two things of plastic that this was wrapped up in, and now this is the third piece of plastic. So this is a purple ink, and it's a dupe, basically, is what everybody says for. I think it's the Lamy Dark Lilac ink, I believe. So I got it since you can't find the Lamy Dark Lilac. The Dark Lilac has been discontinued. Now I do have a purple ink already that to me is very similar in this color, but I wanted to try it anyway. So we'll see. But this is Cross ink, and I do have a Cross pen. That's the first fountain pen that I actually ever dealt with. And I can tell you, I did not like the Cross ink that came with that fountain pen. Now, I did also read that when sometimes you have your inks for a long time, especially in the cartridges, it gumps up. So hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully this ink is fine, because that pen, I love it, but it's very hard to get the ink to flow out of it. So I used what was considered supposed to be a wetter ink, and I haven't had any problems. So I'm thinking that maybe the ink that was with it and the little cartridges that I ordered for it was just uh, old and had gunked up some. Hopefully that's what it is anyway. So these are the two bottles that I got. Cross Violet and the Waterman Inspired Blue. And I am so hot. I have been having hot flashes for the last 2 days now, and they had been gone for like 2 months basically, and now I'm in the heat of it, of it. So not happy. But it has actually been very hot outside. It had been so pretty. And for the last few days, it's been hot. So this is my currently inked book. I don't have it stuck off in here. It's just sitting. This is a swatch book, which I'm going to start keeping. I'm going to eventually swatch all of my inks. As I pull them out to refill, I'll then go in and swatch. But the ones that I get this new, I'll swatch them before I put them away. And then this is going to be just a little sketchbook. Y'all don't laugh at my drawing. I just want to, this is actually watercolor paint. And so I want to start back sketching. I used to sketch a lot when I was younger. And I wasn't necessarily good, but I was okay at it, and it relaxed me. And now I don't. I just let life take over, and I need to start getting back to some of the things that I liked. I also liked pottery when I was younger, so hopefully I'll get back to that. I'm gonna swatch first, I think, and then do the writing test. Yeah, I'm gonna swatch first. And I can tell y'all I don't like the black ink that's in that one. Let's see. I guess it's okay. It's charcoal more to me though. But it's okay. I see that. I'm still trying to figure out my pod situation. Because the workaround that I had for it, it actually does work. But the thing slides up, and because it slides up, you end up getting some camera covering, and so you don't see the picture all the way. So I'm going to be working on seeing how I can do that, because I actually like the mechanism it's attached to itself. It's very sturdy. But yeah, we'll figure it out though. We will. And then I pulled out my B6 that just has all kinds of stuff in it. And I'm going to swap on it too. And I just do that so that I can use up some of the ink that I soak up into the Q-tip. So I have that pulled out too here. And it'll be over here to the side when I get ready for it. And I hope this is very pretty. The turquoise. The violet. Not as excited about it. I just told y'all why I got it. But the turquoise I am excited about. It's something I don't have. Now I can say I don't write a whole lot with any of the colors that I'm turquoise and all of that. I do have some greens. I will write with green, but I prefer it to be a dark green because I do a lot of professional writing. You know what? I'm gonna use these instead. Yeah, I'm gonna use those instead of the circles. The circles don't stick too well. These stick better, so I'm gonna use those instead. Okay, so I'm gonna do the swatches first, and then I'll do some of the writing. And I write in various types of papers just to, Lordy. It's very pretty soaking up there. Oh, that's pretty. Now, this is a actual sketch book, so it really soaks up the ink. So, I hope this is the color that I end up with when I write. It always is a bit darker because I use fine nibs. If you use a broader nib, the more color you will pull out onto the paper when you write. I know that. I figured that out, and then now I've been hearing it from some of the fountain pen folks that I watch. So these are just swaps for the outside of the bottle, and then I stick to the bottle. So I'll know what color it is before I even open it up and think I'm going to use it. Then I'm swatching in the book right now. Now see if I can get it the color that it swaps into this book to come out on paper. I think that'll be pretty. Okay. And swap one more place in the book so that we can have a header, because I had it a header on one of the things. Okay. Now I am going to do put that there. Make sure that's closed. It is. Get it out the way. And then I'm going to do the purple. This is a beautiful bottle. The cross bottle. I like the big girthy cap that it has on it. They took some detail into their brand. I don't know why their pens is not as popular as other pens on YouTube videos and stuff like that, I only have one. It's a fountain pen, but they're known for their pens, period. But I should have swatched first because that's too much. But the fountain pen that I do have from them is my favorite nib because of how smooth it is. It's so smooth. That might be a little too dark, but we're gonna roll with it because you can't see it. But I'm gonna use it anyway. And I didn't take my time with these, so I'm all outside the lines, but that's okay. And then, let's see. See, to me, this is just a regular old run-of-the-mill purple. But I got it because, you know, people said it was this, it was that. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to try it. Yeah. Sometimes you lose. That's all I can say. Okay. So there. Now I have swatched everything. Now I'm going to go ahead and do some writing samples for y'all. Let me put that down for right quick. Okay. And I can put this up. Now, the one thing about the book is that you can close it pretty much right away because it, like I said, it's a sketch pad. So it soaks in stuff really quickly. I guess I'll leave this one open since this is the one that I have open. These are my two swatches, and you can see how much darker it is because I should have swatched it on the book first before putting it on the tab. But that's okay. We'll roll with it. I have a new dip pen that I have been using. Let me see if I can find it. I just finished. Every time I get on video, it's after I wash dishes, y'all. Yeah, I just washed dishes and my hands feel dry. And yeah, I'm gonna have to stop doing that. Okay, so this is my new dip pen. Well, it's not new anymore, but new enough. Okay, close that book up, my B6, and then I'm going to go ahead. And this is my swatch book right here. And here I just have a swatch of it. None of my books have every single ink in it except for my Tomoe River one. And that's because I started swatching in this one first. And then I added the other books later. See, this is a Pelican Turquoise. I don't have this one. This came from an empty bottle that I did. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty close. But I swatched those empty bottles to see how they look, so to decide, oh, do I want any of these? This is Diplomat Caribbean. I didn't buy it, but this one, this Noodler's Squatique, I don't know how you say it. It's an Indian name, I think, but it looks very similar to it. So I purchased this one. I purchased a sample of it, and then I ended up buying it. But yeah, this one has all of my ink colors in it, but like I said, the other ones do not, because I introduced them in later, so they don't have everything. So anyway, we're gonna do this one, swatch these, and all I do is put the color and then what it was swatched with, or what I wrote with. So this is the cross C, and this is what I don't want. Violet with glass dip pen. Now What I don't like about the glass dip pens is that they do tend to put out a lot of ink at first, so they look very dark. So you have to write for a little while before you can see what it's going to look like on paper. But I'm not inking up. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to ink up a pen to do a swatch, and then no, I'm not doing it. Too much. It's too much. So this is regular TN paper. Not for sure if it's anything cross violet with. See, and now you can start seeing how it look on paper, because it has ran out of some of the ink. So that's the only thing I don't like about the glass dip pens. Oh, that was okay. I didn't do this one. Skipped one. This is Clairefontaine. This one was the Tamari River. That's the one that I first started with. Okay, and now this is the Clairefontaine. I don't have a rodeo one. I actually bought a rodeo one the other day, but it was the wrong size to fit in here, so I didn't use it. Cross violet with pen. There we go. It's starting to write now. Okay. Oh, I'm all out of frame. I'm so sorry, y'all. There you go. Lord, I'm so sorry. So, okay, this is the Clairefontaine paper. Hope y'all can see that. My screen looks like it's dirty. So, I hope y'all can see it. Lord, I don't know what I was showing y'all then. So this is my Tamari River one, and it has all of my ink swatches in it. The other ones don't have everything in it. I don't know. Yeah, I do remember looking up and seeing it then. So I think I was in frame. Maybe just when I was writing. And this is the Cross Violet in the Tamari River. Now this has a green sheen. It's not a sheening ink, but it does have a green sheen. And then this is the regular insert that I bought for Amazon or either AliExpress. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dip a tiny bit. Seen somebody wipe it off the other day, but I don't think that works. But let me try it. Now this is the 20-pound paper that I'm gonna end up probably taking this one out because nothing comes out right on it. So everything. This Private Reserve Rose is okay, but yeah. So this is Cross. Everything feathers, bleeds through, violet. Now, if you use a regular fountain pen, fine or extra fine, you'll probably have some luck with some of the inks. But with the glass dip pen, everything bleeds through. But you can see the color of the ink itself. Okay, and then this is the Stalogy paper. And this is just a little, some Stalogy from a B5 I took apart and folded it over and made a little, I think this is like a A6 size. But, and I use it for always just do this to try to get rid of some of the ink off of the pen, because I hate swatching. Oh, did it dry? Really? Wow. Wow. Hold on. Wow, y'all. Do y'all see how quick that's drying? Okay, there we go. I didn't lay enough down. But still, that dries super fast. Wow. I didn't do it on the Tomoe. Okay. During Tomoe, I tell you. But it still actually dries pretty quickly. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Again, this is the cross. Here it is. Isn't that a pretty bottle? That is such a pretty bottle. And then let me rinse my nib out here, and then I'll move on to I just keep a little mason jar with water in it, and when it gets too dirty, because I use it for watercolor painting too, I use it for both. When it gets too dirty, then I will go ahead and switch it out. And I don't know what too dirty is, just when I know I've had it for a while. Go ahead and switch it out. And I don't know why the top seems to be leaking now. I wasn't having that problem at first, but that's okay. Maybe it's because it got knocked over. Water got... Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and do the turquoise. Okay, so put it on the top. See, and that's what I do. I'll do the cross one I haven't done yet. And then I put this on the box, because I do keep them in the box, and then it just shows me an accurate representation of the color that's in there. Even though sometimes the box has the color on it, it's not always an accurate representation. So I put it on there. Okay. I don't know if I need to. It don't have any sheen though. It's not supposed to at all. And that is it. It's a pretty color. Or at least it looks like it's pretty. Okay, and then let's go ahead and get my paper so that I can start. This is Waterman Inspired Blue. Now, this time, what I've done is just barely dip the pen in there. Oh, see, I'm out of frame again. I barely dip the pen in there so that I hope to have gotten but it's hard for me to see if I'm getting it dipped in there. So Waterman Inspired Blue with... Now if I can get this color to come out of my pen, this would be great. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do with that one. I'm not going to do the little squiggly or anything, since I didn't put a lot on my thing. Okay, let's try it on that was the Clairefontaine. Let's now try it on the Tomoe River. A little bit. This is Inspired Blue. I have the Waterman Serenity Blue, I think is the name of it. And I like it a lot. It's a regular blue. And I got it because it's supposed to be really well behaved ink. And I got it for my cross pen because I told you I have such a problem with the cross pen writing hard stops and all of that. But I haven't even put it in there yet because the last ink that I put in there, haven't had any problems with it. Inspired Blue. So maybe we are on the road to recovery with that pen. It only took 6 years or so because that was my first fountain pen, and I got it about 6 years ago or so. Let's see, 2017, I had to have gotten it in 2016. I got it in 2017 or 2018. I think it was 2018. So however long ago that was, that's how long I've had that pen. Okay, I'm sorry. And this is your Waterman Inspired Blue. And then this is our regular TN paper. And I keep wanting to put a double N on this ink when I spell it out, and I don't know why. It just seems like it should have another N on there to me. N on there. Inspired Blue. Okay, so this is consistent across the papers. So if I get this color when I ink it, I'll be happy. It's what I was looking for as far as it writing on paper. And a little bit again. Waterman. This is our copier paper. Oh, you know what? Inspired. I did not do the look on the back. So I'll do the last one and then we'll look on the back. There we go. Okay. And then Stalogy. And I can tell you my Stalogy, it does pretty well. Some people say it do, some people say it don't. For me, it does. It's not as good as the Tomoe River, but I do use the Stalogy paper more than I use the Tomoe River. So, and I don't write with fountain pens every day, so I guess it does just fine for me. If you have someone who only uses fountain pens, maybe not. Okay, so that is it. We're almost out. So like I said, I just do these to try and that's cool. Okay, I think I got everything. Yes, I do. Okay, put that over here. And then let's go ahead and look. So this is your cross violet, and then this is your Waterman. And if we look over, and even though it has writing on there, I can see that nothing came through this one where I did the little scratchy. It looks like if I would have kept going, I would have dug a hole in through it. The Waterman looks very good. Here's a little bit, I don't know if y'all can see that, not bleed through at all, but it's just that so that you can see that it didn't come through. That's where it's at. Here is the copier paper, copier paper, everything bleeds through on it so far, with the glass dip pen. Now you might have some different results with, like this one, it didn't have a lot of bleed through. But you might have different results when you're using an actual fountain pen. So that's that one. And then this one, I think I have had no bleed through with this one, except for when I did my little swatches. Like here, that's a swatch coming through from the other side. Here is a swatch coming through from the other side. Right there, there's one. So it does bleed through, but when you're laying down a lot of ink, there's one coming through. There's one coming through from the other side. But as far as the actual writing itself, you don't get any bleed through on this one. This one, what is this? Okay, Tasmanian Robin Pink. This looks like it actually almost, or it had some faint bleed through. And this one, where I doubled up the line quite a bit, it does. So it does bleed through, but you know, that's for really heavier writing, I guess. Okay, so now we have the Cross Violet dip pen and then the Waterman. And we flip it over. No bleed through. This cross right here looks like it was trying to come through. The Waterman, not at all. Yeah, I think the cross was trying to come through, maybe. Okay. I have to pay attention to that. Maybe I have to start writing on one side so we can really see. Okay. And this is my Tomoe River. Tomoe River does good. Oh, y'all, and these are some inks that I did actually buy. I didn't do a on this, but this is the Noodler's Warm Burning, Monteverde Jungle Crocodile, Colorverse Tex-Mex, and then Noodler's Stockyards Signature. And then this is I did do a swatch on this one. This is Poinsettia. I inked up that pen and I wrote in here. But here's the Cross Violet. And then no bleed through. You can see right there, that was almost some bleed through or a slight bleed through. And that was where that ink really laid down heavy at. And then this is the Waterman. And if you look at the Waterman, absolutely no bleed through. None. Okay. I think, yeah. And then here is it on the Clairefontaine paper. This one and the Waterman. Turn it over. And we have the cross. You can see almost a bit of a bleed through or some slight bleed through. Again, that's when you first start on writing with that nib, the glass nib. It pulls out a lot of ink when you first initially start writing with it. Now, if I could always get it the way I did it with here, I wouldn't have a problem, but I don't, because sometimes I can't see in the bottle. But if you look at that, this is lovely. Like, it doesn't even hardly have any shadowing on this one. Well, actually, these don't either. So, yeah. So if we could get the pen in there just right, not to pick up so much ink, then we would probably have better results with a glass dip pen. But again, I myself am just not going to ink up a pen to do a swatch. So, yep. That's it, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.